It is unfair to NDLEA to spare ABBA, KYARI, parade the General, Zinoleesky, and others. Hiruwa, welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Civil rights advocacy group Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Hiruwa, on Sunday expressed dissatisfaction over the discriminatory practice of parade of suspects in the operations of a National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Well, big man, small, what will I say? Small harassment. Yes, but small man, big harassment. That is the question we face here every day. The inequality we talk about, this is it. The unfairness we talk about, this is it. The injustice we talk about, this is it. Almost every organization in Nigeria is deep neck into unfairness, injustice, and not treating people equally. The news in detail, please. Stay with us. Civil rights advocacy group Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria here on Sunday expressed dissatisfaction over the discriminatory practice of parade of suspects and the operations of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. Here in a statement by National Coordinator Emmanuel Onwobiku urged the hierarchy of the NDLEA to review the continued illegal parading of drug suspects yet to be convicted by any court of law, while the agency leaves certain sacred cows unparaded, obviously because they are connected to the high and the mighty in the society. The rights group expressed strong solidarity with the all-out war against barons and traffickers of hard drugs as initiated by the chairman of the NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohbad, retired. The group recalled that the Anti-Narcotics Agency over the weekend raided the Lagos Island area and paraded 7 drug suspects, claiming it recovered 5,862 illicit drugs, including loud and codeine. Also, according to the reports, no fewer than 5 persons were killed and several others injured when NDLEA officials opened fire at a party area of Lagos Island. Just some days ago, NDLEA officials also arrested and paraded singers Zinoleesky and Mohbad after a midnight raid on their residence in Lagos. This was weeks after the agency arrested fast-rising skip maker, the General, after a raid on his residence in Lagos. However, the NDLEA has refused to parade narcotics suspect ABBA KYARI with 25 kilograms of cocaine, $61,400 and other exhibits recovered from the Police Commission of Police, the statement obtained by Platinum Post said. According to Hiruwa, the NDLEA is guilty of double standard until the security agency embarrassed KYARI by parading him before the media, as they do to other suspects, or the agency apologized to all the suspects already paraded and then stopped the unconstitutional practice, which offends Section 36(5) of the Constitution. The NDLEA also said it had damning photo and video evidence to nail KYARI, the suspended head of the intelligence response team, adding that he belonged to a drug cartel that operates the Brazil-Ethiopia-Nigeria illicit drug pipeline. Hiruwa has noted with significant regret the needless deaths that characterized the wicked raid of the NDLEA officials in a party area of Lagos, which resulted into the senseless loss of lives. Hiruwa further thinks that it amounts to double standards by the NDLEA officials who have refused to parade ABBA KYARI 2 weeks after his indictment in drug trafficking related offenses, but who then quickly paraded the alleged drug dealers in Lagos minutes after the arrest. The NDLEA has constantly paraded suspected drug peddlers. Parading of suspects is in itself against the principle of law because of the presumption of innocence. However, Hiruwa again calls on security agencies to stop parading suspects, particularly when they are yet to be convicted. It is disappointing that despite several made by us pleas to the Brigadier General Buba Mara retired-led NDLEA, the agency, just like all other law enforcement agencies, continues to do the illegal practice of parading suspects who are yet to be determined as convicted by the competent courts of law, which has the judicial powers of the Federation as enshrined in the Section 6 of the Constitution. However, the NDLEA said it arrested and detained the 7th Deputy Commissioner of Police, ABBA KYARI, over drugs-related offences, but Nigerians to date aren't too sure if he was actually arrested, handcuffed or detained, or, as we have been told, NDLEA has refused to parade ABBA KYARI, apparently because he is a sacred cow. The NDLEA must be transparent and allow the principles of fairness and equity to govern its operations. An agency led by a respected leader must lead by example and not behave like the Nigerian police force that showed lack of professionalism in the handling of ABBA KYARI versus Hushpuppi fraud case. The police messed up the investigation and has delayed the extradition of ABBA KYARI to the United States of America after he was declared wanted by the FBI. It is either NDLEA parades ABBA KYARI or they apologize and pay damages to all they paraded previously, because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. We also think the operations of the NDLEA should be a lot more humanized, and if practicable, live bullets should only be deployed, whereby the lives of those courageous and anti-narcotic officers are under imminent grave threat. We nevertheless condemn the confrontation initiated by the lawless Lagos boys who wanted to obstruct the execution of the lawful orders of the statutory body like NDLEA empowered to rid the nation of hard drugs. We call the setting up of a small but well-equipped national ombudsman with the intentional task of forensically investigating incidents of lawful and unlawful use of firearms by the officers of the law enforcement agencies to make sure that the rule of engagement observed to the letter by the operative, the statement said. Is there any organization in Nigeria that is not discriminating? Each and every one of them. You see this thing called equity, justice, and fairness. All organizations lack it. All. Is it the MPF? Is it the military? Tell me which of them. Everyone. Like I said before, small man, big harassment. Big man, small or no announced harassment. That is it. Even this African China sang the song. Small man wait thief money. Now that they show your face for crime fighter. Yes, now poor man. I mean, big man wait thief money. We know they see. We just hear it that this man no, he did this, so that is it. Before you know it, the matter is buried for life. What is good for the good is good for the Ganza. That is why Nigeria is backwards. Parading ABBA KYARI with the signboard of his crime, boldly written, will go a long way to warn others that crime does not pay. I support it though, 100%. I support it. There are executive criminals. There are petty criminals. There are also yo-yo criminals. There are petty and yo-yo criminals. The petty and yo-yo criminals get paraded. The executive criminals go to court by AC Coaster Boss. They enjoy newspaper frontage page, and the rest of us envy them. They're the celebrity thieves. That is life in Nigeria. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.